Howdy. How are y'all doing? How are we doing? Oh, there we go. Jesus. Scared me. Oh, you're scaring me. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Anyone ready for Renegade Dementia-Ridden Shepard? I know I am. I'm so ready to spam Renegade. I love mashing left click every cutscene to make sure I Renegade. Shepard has to be as unstable as humanly possible. Anytime Shepard hits Paragon, it is simply the dementia. That's all it is. It's not real. It's the dementia kicking in. He doesn't remember who he's even talking to. Irrelevant. We ignore those. Divine intervention. It's not my Shepard. It's not my Shepard. My Shepard commits war crimes. He punches journalists. He headbutts journalists. He stomps journalists. Nukes whole Batarian villages. The whole outposts, stations, if you will. What other fucked up things have I done? Apparently saved the character that nobody likes in Mass Effect 1. Which is Ashley. But boy am I happy I saved Ashley, because then we got the updated Ashley in Mass Effect 3. Holy. What other things has my Shepard done that have been morally questionable? Oh yeah, I would say shot a civilian was morally questionable, but that gave me Paragon instead of Renegade, so I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that one. I don't know. Oh Lord. Chat, it is that time of the year. It is summer. Therefore, we spend all our money on the Steam summer sale and do not go outside. Because outside is warm and hot. And depending on where you live, has many bugs. Disease-bearing bugs. The plague. So we do the smart thing. The clearly industrial, civilized, intelligent thing, which is never see the sun ever again. So, chat, I made a decision. Because I'm like, okay, well, I have to buy something for the Steam summer sale, right? Like, I'm just wasting future money if I don't. It's just simple maths. Spend more money later or spend cheaper amounts now, even though I don't particularly want to spend money now. So I curbed how much I was originally going to spend by quite a lot. I was like at max going to spend like 60, and I ended up spending half of that. And so I decided, kind of connected vaguely to the music we're listening to, but not really. I decided to pick up Persona 5 Royal on PC. So we are now in possession of that. Sadly, there's a couple of games. One of the games I really wanted isn't on sale. It's $15 not on sale, and they just didn't go on sale. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm not buying that. And then another game I'm really looking forward to isn't out yet, and which is Mars Tactics. I can't remember if I watched a trailer of. I think I did watch that trailer on stream, but that's not out yet and is dubiously to be released in the future this year, whenever they decide that. And then so I was like, okay, well, it's not that. Metal Gear Solid Delta, not out yet. That's not coming out, it seems, till November-ish. So I really didn't have that many things I actually wanted to get. So I ended up just deciding, just Persona Royal, just Persona 5 Royal, PC, fuck it. Just do that and be done with it. Because the game I did really want, it's got a weird name. I have to find it. Could have sworn it started with an S, but apparently it doesn't. If I do that, it should appear though, right? Apparently I don't remember the name of this game at all. That's it. Don't forget the pass for everything, as he should. There it is. Scald Against the Black Priory. I think I might have talked about this very, very briefly in something. Let's see. Let's show off Steam really quickly. Yeah, it should be fine. This is it. Good old Scald. Looks very, very cool. It is based off of old, like, oh god, what were they on? Like DOS. There was some for DOS. There was some for, was it the Genesis? It was like the Genesis or the Dreamcast had some. But basically it's the old school D&D RPGs that were based off the old rule sets and very, very brutal. They were not the nicest games in the world, but this art is so good. It looks just like the old games. I'm such a huge fan of that. So I got full overworld image. So I am very, 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 very interested in getting this. It's just not on sale. But quality art here. So future Future buy, I guess. That is fine. It just be that way sometimes. It's not on sale now, so it's either I buy it $15 now, or I buy it for, you know, $50 later. Maybe get lucky and it's on sale, so whatever. Whatever. So yeah, there was some things, like I thought about grabbing a Yakuza game, the new RPG Yakuza games. The Like a Dragon, they're calling it Like a Dragon is the RPG ones. Mostly. I was tempted to get that, because it's like $11, but I decided against it. I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff just didn't really call to me. So I ended up not buying much. Which is, you know, how it'd be that way sometimes. Most of the stuff I want is indie and not currently out. Or not currently out. So I was like, we'll just do the one and, you know, sit on it, I suppose. I hope to any of you who are looking to the Steam Summer Sale, you get the sale you want on the game you want, because I was not so lucky this summer, unless I find something absolutely crazy that I want, which I don't think I will. The script is almost done. It's on its way. I just want to get the word count that I want. And getting the word count I want with what I want the story to be does not always match. Unfortunately, sometimes the word count is high because it just matches what I want. Sometimes the word count is a little on the lower side because I have to fluff up the dialogue, which means I have to make things up that weren't originally going to be said because I'm going for like a time limit, like a time amount as well. But that's coming along. We're getting there. It's probably gonna be, you know, a pretty average length for this channel length video. It's hard to tell. I go for a word count kind of as my guesstimate, because it depends on how sound effect heavy the script is, so I can make it really long or really short. In comparison, depending on how sound effect heavy the script is, but we're working. We're gonna have it out hopefully here soon. I tweeted today. I know, crazy. I really do want to use the Jingo Twitter more, because I do think it would be, I do think I could be at least funny, right? If anything, I could be funny. Maybe get some new eyes onto the channel. Because the thing with, it's just, a lot of using Twitter well is tweet the random funny things you think. But really, the bigger way to do things is to just comment on things. Like, literally just comment on things. Right? So I would just have to, like, comment on a lot of, you know, ASMR, voice acting, like, equivalent things on Twitter. Which just requires me to actually scroll through that account. Which I don't do. But I should. I check it, but I don't really scroll through it. And I really should. So I think I am losing valuable opportunities through that. Speaking of pulling more people into the channel, I have come up with an idea. I have come up with an idea that I think might be the first video on the non-ASMR channel, which is, I was thinking of doing I'm debating on whether or not how I do it. It might be 2 videos. So for context, for the first time ever, I have 100% watched Lucha Underground. For the first time, I have, from beginning to end, fully watched all of it. So So, which I've never done before. I watched a lot of it, but I never 100%, like 100% watched everything. I did obviously know things in, you know, multiple seasons and blah, 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 just because I was a wrestling fan at the time when it was running. And did watch it when it was running still, technically. And so watching that into its completion has really made me want to talk about it. I really, really want to talk about Lucha Underground. I think Lucha Underground in so many ways is so interesting. It's such a different experience for wrestling. It's so atypical of stuff you see in Mexico. It's so atypical of stuff you see in WWE or AEW. You know, it's very different from any of the indies, Ring of Honor, New Japan, TNA or Impact Zone or whatever the fuck stupid dumbass name they're using this week. Other companies, NWA, even though that mostly is a dead company, stuff like that. Nothing's like Lucha Underground, and I think it's a very smart tool for new wrestling fans. Because people dislike or have preconceived ideas about pro wrestling. And there's, you know, like I said, they vary. And so finding what kind of wrestling to show what kind of person is like a big deal. Right? It changes a lot their kind of complaint or their preconceived notation about wrestling. Is important to decide what you show them. And so, you know, a lot of people just don't find pro wrestling just doesn't interest them on just a basic level. They just don't think it's all that interesting. Or on the other hand, they don't like the sportiness of it, or they don't like the fact that it kind of displays itself as a sport. And that kind of turns them off too. And you can... The thing about Lucha Underground is it doesn't do that at all. It, like, presents itself as, like, this Mexican, like, telenovela with, like, what the people I watched it with lovingly called GTA cutscenes, because they really do come off that way. Mixed in with the wrestling matches, because typically a show, there's only most episodes there's only 3 matches. At least that went to television. For like a live crowd, I'm sure they got plenty of dark matches, but to TV it's just 3 matches and all the cutscenes, and that's a whole hour, right? So the matches are longer, which is kind of a good thing. Occasionally, very, very occasionally, there was a 4th match, right? Because they just have like a squash, or they'd have a match that like got double count out or double KO or whatever. So they'd end abruptly, but generally it was 3 matches. And so I think that would be it's very mixed, significantly more mixed than a lot of wrestling would normally be, right? It's not a lot of little wrestling, and it's not exclusively sports style pro wrestling, because you got all this like backstage GTA cutscene stuff, and I think that would attract a lot more people than usual. And then secondly, Lucha Underground doesn't give a fuck about anything. It does whatever the hell it feels like. For context, like one of the major executives and I believe producers of the show is Robert Rodriguez. you know, of Spy Kids fame. And a guy, I don't remember what show he had made there was another famous guy who worked on it that kind of created the idea, but he worked on I think he worked on a different famous TV show, but I can't remember his name. And they collaborated, went on the El Rey network. And so when you get these two people who don't have a history of making pro wrestling shows, but want to make a pro wrestling show and no experience working in one previously, and then also are like the Spy Kids guy, you get the fucking most crazy stuff. Lucha Underground will tell stories that you did not think would be possible in a wrestling show, but they will do it somehow by the sheer will of Hispanic Catholicism and, I don't know, be ordained as a saint or something, because I don't know how they logically made some of these plot lines work. Absolutely ridiculous. And so I really want to talk about it just because I really like Lucha Underground, right? Like, it's... From watching AEW at work compared to Lucha Underground, I see why you picked that one to show me as a wrestling newbie. Yeah, that's like... It's a really, really, really good opener, because to a non-wrestling fan, you watch that, it's more like a TV show than it is a pro wrestling show. And so if pro wrestling's too boring or whatever for you to enter into watching it, Lucha Underground will not be boring. Lucha Underground has all types of the most absurd, over-the-top, wacky nonsense happening at all times. So you will be interested start to end. All seasons. Even the last one, which is really bad. But you're still going to watch it because you're like, I can't look away. Right? Where, you know, AEW, WWE, all of them, they're much slower. And they're more, you know, they're clearly pro wrestling. But what's great about it is once you get someone to watch Lucha Underground, right, they watch it because they think, oh, this is not like wrestling. But then they watch it, and then they start to get wrestling. And then they look at AEW, and they understand it. They look at WWE, they understand it, right? You've gotten them to, like, another example is you've gotten them to start playing video games because they played Mario. And suddenly, games around other games start to make more sense because they understand video games, right? And they can move on to a different genre of video game. Lucha Underground is used the exact same way. Now, if you have someone who hates how fake, quote-unquote fake, wrestling is, then you can go for something more extreme because Lucha Underground is not going to help that belief. But yeah, it's just such a unique, and it's really easy because entry and exit, another big thing for Lucha Underground, is very easy. It's done, right? Like, it got canceled and it only had 4 seasons, right? It was short enough. It was ran in a TV season model, which is very odd, which means it had an off season when it was airing. Very strange for pro wrestling. Typically pro wrestling has no off season. And so because it has a start and a stop that's realistically watchable from beginning to end, you can watch it from beginning to end and not have this issue where people will try and get into pro wrestling or they'll think about it, but because pro wrestling doesn't have seasons, doesn't have an off season, you know, it's hard to get into because you're like, I don't know what's going on. Lucha Underground eliminates that. Most people be like, you start watching, like if you just watched Raw or fucking, what do they call it, Dynamite or whatever, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Who's that? Why? What is this? Why is he talking? Why does this man have a weird setup? And then a man jumped out of a box and beat him up and put him through a table. Who is that guy? Right? You just don't know what the fuck's going on. Lucha Underground, you watch episode 1, They expect you to not know what's going on. They expect you to recognize a few names, but they'll talk about them so you understand. So you can just watch Lucha Underground from beginning and maybe to end if you feel so compelled, but you will probably stop watching. If you don't, you'll at least stop watching Lucha Underground. You might move on to something else. It's just such a great entry show for non-fans. It's so good. It's great for fans too, don't get me wrong, but it's excellent as an opener for non-fans already. So good. And so not only do I just really like Lucha Underground, I want to talk about why it was so good. Oh, and also just another quick side detail to Lucha Underground is when you watch Lucha Underground as a note, you don't know anything, right? You watch Lucha Underground, you understand you start to learn a lot of different people. And then you start to branch out and you're like, oh, well, King Cuerno is Santos Escobar in WWE. Oh, the Black Lotus tribe, 2 of its members are in WWE. I know who they are. Wait, Killshot, that's Swerve Strickland. He's in AEW. Oh, wait, Sammy Guevara. He's a mid-carder for AEW. Killshot, Swerve, he's in AEW. Jeff Cobb, oh, he's in New Japan. He plays Matanza, right? Like, you start to make the connections, and then you, know people. And so when you go and watch another company, you're like, oh, hey, it's that guy. I know his moves. His gimmick might be different, but he probably has the same finisher, right? Like, I know who this is. I know how they wrestle. I know you have a general idea of what their persona is going to be that doesn't apply for, Cobra Moon, for example, who went from spooky snake queen lady to, kind of herself. Still very Hispanic, but really she's kind of playing herself in a lot of ways. Who is now Thunder Rosa, by the way, in AEW. But generally, you can be like, oh, it's that person, oh, okay. And it makes it even easier as a gateway with how much talent AEW picked up that were just about to have their big break and gave them their big break. And now they've exploded, and now you can see them everywhere. You can see Lucha Underground everywhere in wrestling right now because all their big top guys kind of became a big deal. Ricochet, Prince Puma, he's Ricochet in WWE. He is not renewing his contract, so we'll see where he goes with that. We might see Prince Puma return because I don't know if he actually. I have learned he does own the name Ricochet. If I'm not mistaken, he wrestled as Ricochet very, very briefly after Lucha Underground before getting picked up by good old World Wrestling Entertainment. So he might go to the Indies and go back to being Ricochet. But I think it'd be really funny if he was Prince Puma, personally. That'd be kind of a crazy throwback. He doesn't even have to wear the mask. He can just be Prince Puma. I don't care. He can come out with the cape and stuff again. Just keep the name. You don't have to wear the mask. I kind of like seeing his face, personally. So I want to talk about Lucha Underground because I like it. And then the second part that's kind of almost bigger, which is I already kind of talked about it, is how to get into wrestling, right? As someone trying to get their friends into wrestling, or as a person who just sees the video in the recommended, or wants to get into wrestling but doesn't know how. I want to make a encompassing video about how to get into wrestling, right? And obviously one of the big sells I would give would be Lucha Underground. Problem is I also want to make a video just about Lucha Underground, so I think I might have to make that 2 different videos, right? Oh, one's here's how to get into wrestling, and the second one is, hey, by the way, Lucha Underground's fucking cool. You should fucking watch that. Do it. Both of them? Both of them? Both of them? Please, I need it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be a good idea. And I think a lot of this stuff people miss when they're trying to get into wrestling, or specifically more people trying to get their friends into wrestling, is they don't account for the friends' preconceived ideas or their tastes. Because they'll just be like, oh, OG NXT TakeOver UK, right? Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, right? That's an amazing, like, 5-star match. Watch that. That'll clearly get you into wrestling. And it might for some, if they really like hard-hitting, technically impressive wrestling. They might really like that, right? They might actually be like, oh, whoa, that was sick, dude. They might like that, right? And there's like a little bit of brutality in it, right? You got like Sami Zayn getting pop-up power bombed into the edge of the ring and stuff like that. It's very cool for some people, but that's not gonna apply to everyone. And I think a lot of wrestling fans don't understand pitching to a target audience that they already understand, right? You should understand your friend to some degree, so you should be able to pitch it effectively, and they just fucking don't. I have successfully made so many wrestling fans, it's not even funny, out of my friends. It's actually not even funny how many I've converted. I have converted so many in a very brief amount of time. Like, I've converted, like, I think it might be like 5? Right? Like, you just gotta wrestling cult leader. I do like that concept. It's also kind of the concept of, I mean, sort of vaguely related to if I were to do pro wrestling again, a kind of gimmick I would go for. But that's unrelated. Chat, it's so bad. It's so bad. Right? I so want to wrestle again. I just can't where I live. I was so prepared to be able to do wrestling again because I thought I was going to move. And that looks like that's not happening for like another year. I got so into wrestling. Well, when I checked, like, can I roll? I can still do my rolls. Can I bump? I did like little baby bumps. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can kind of bump still. You know, can I still do this drill? Do I still know how to effectively do this? Like, just kind of working through like shadow boxing, basically, my wrestling knowledge. And I got so believed that I would actually get to be a part of wrestling again that I have completely redesigned a character idea. I have the whole concept of wrestling tights. Like, I've literally in my head created a whole design for wrestling tights, which I think is sick. I'm not gonna lie, I have never seen wrestling tights in my very expanded wrestling knowledge. I have never seen tights like this before, and it's the coolest fucking idea. And then I realized it's very similar to a certain movie, and I was like, huh, didn't see that coming. For reference, the movie is Beetlejuice. For some reason, I kind of noticed the color scheme I picked was very Beetlejuice, and I was like, ah, shit, how the fuck did that happen? How did we get here? How did I get Beetlejuice color scheme? I mean, no one's gonna steal the idea. So the kind of idea I had, right, because I wanted to do gimmick-wise, I wanted to do like a guy pushed to his limits kind of thing, right? It's very much like a cornered animal will do anything to get out. Because Beetlejuice fucks and Jigo saying 3 times. Could probably work the same way. Kind of true, though. But anyway, like, very much a last resort, animal trapped in a corner will do anything to survive kind of thing, right? So I would not be opposed to schwacking people and getting schwacked with chairs, right? I would not be opposed to doing stuff like that. it would probably kind of lean into the hardcore a little bit. I wouldn't be, you know, hitting some new, you know, Japanese indie death matches or stuff, at least not immediately. And my idea was like, okay, well, you know, obviously, and like a big kind of thing about it was like a very esoteric, unsure, like loose, so you can't tell if it's literal or non-literal. If I got so desperate to have a good wrestling career that like sold my soul to the devil, like you could kind of lean into it more, you could lean away from it and more kind of like a Finn Balor-y demon gimmick, depending on what was appropriate at the time, which I kind of like. And so my tights idea was, you know, in my head a lot of the time it's just black, right? But that's boring, right? One of the advice I was given is never just have black wrestling gear, because no one will remember black wrestling gear. That's actually why the young boys or young lions or, you know, trainees, whatever word you want to use for like New Japan, their dojo, they're forced to wear black because it's unmemorable. They want you to have no character. They want you to go out there, have no character, see if you can still pull it off, and, you know, be good, right? Can you play that role? Can you be impressive in that role? You know, you're not allowed to have any distinguishing features. You're not allowed to have hair. You have to have a buzz cut. You have to wear all black. You have to do all these things to make you boring. I was like, well, that, you know, I can use black, but I don't have to, you know, have my gear be black. And so I was like, okay, well, and D&D actually kind of helped me come up with this idea, or my current D&D campaign, because I was like, you know, what would represent somebody who, you know, is rock bottom, has nothing, and is Hail Marying themselves into pro wrestling as their like last fuck it, I do this or I die on the streets type thing. And I kind of came up with the idea of, well, that person would probably not have something that looks nice necessarily. Obviously you can't just wear like trash, because that wouldn't work. But it has to kind of give the sensation of not being nice. And I was like, well, what if because I would do full leg tights, I wouldn't do trunks. I just find them unappealing personally. And so what if the tights had a design and looked like they were patchwork, right? Like there were several patches of different patterns. So it would look like it was like put together by someone who didn't really have a whole lot. And so I was like, oh yeah, you could have, I like black, I like white, I like purple, I like, you know, green. We can do kind of like, that can be the color scheme. But I was like, oh shit. Right? I was like, oh yeah, and there's like, can be some patches that are solid colors, and then maybe some patches that are like black and white striped. And then, you know, you could have like fringe like threading down each leg on the side, on the outside of like the thigh. And it could be like, oh, like one could be purple and one could be green, and you could like have this black and white patchwork tights. And I'm like, oh, that's sick. And then I went, Beetlejuice, right? Green, purple, black and white stripes. I've made the Beetlejuice fucking gear. Got it. Very cool of myself. So that was my general idea, and I'm like, I've never seen anybody do that. That is 100% completely unique. I don't think I can think of a single person who's done that. I mean, there isn't somebody who has done that before, but I cannot for the life of me tell you someone who's had something like that. So that was my idea. I like that idea a lot. I'm unfortunately not going to get to use that idea, at least for a while, but it's there. Anyway, I want to do a Lucha Underground video, and that made me kind of want to do, I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, I don't want that video to expand out of what it should be, especially because it makes it hard to title. And so I think I'm gonna do how to get into wrestling as a newbie, and how in just a separate video on why Lucha Underground is fucking awesome. Unrelated, switching gears a little bit, started playing some Street Fighter again because we have had the New Year patch. And so we are rocking the new Street Fighter character. He released very quickly. This character is M. Bison. Lovely man. We joke and call him Bipson. Good old Bipson. He's been around since Street Fighter 2. He's like the main villain of the series. And so they added him into Street Fighter 6. And apparently I have somehow played pretty much every Street Fighter game that didn't have M. Bison in it. I think I technically played 4 and M. Bison was in it when I played it, I don't think he was DLC. I think he was a base character. I might be wrong about that though. And so I want to play, I was like, oh, Bison, that's cool. He stylistically is a character I like the look of, right? He evil dictator in weird military suit-ish thing appeals to me. And then he's got the psycho powers, which 1 sounds cool and 2 is purple. So I was like, yeah, that shit's fucking cool. Unfortunately, his design is very not the things I like about it, but there is a classic outfit. I just have to unlock it, annoyingly. Of course, he's purple. He's not purple. He wears red, but he has a power called Psycho Power, and so it creates purple effects around him, which is why I like him. He has alternate colors that make him purple, but, like, he's supposed to be red. Wearing red, at least. And so, yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, Bison, that's kind of cool. Apparently, he's a wacky character, and I was like, oh, well, that's cool. I'll finally get to give him a try. I gave him a try. Granted, it wasn't in, like, the best space to do it or anything, but Bison is a absolute bitch. I am not a good Bison player. I'm a terrible Bison player. I gotta do anything else but Bison or learn very fucking quickly. Because Bipson is a charge character who a lot of his combos are really based on him being able to charge, which requires him to crouch or hold back, or both. So I need to get very fucking good with him if I want to stand any chance of beating literally goddamn anybody. I will get my ass beat back to Bronze League. Perhaps I could also just play the other Psycho Power character, which is Ed, which is my highest rank anyway. But I like Bison. He looks cool. I just wanted to use him, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Not skilled enough at the moment for that. Also, last stream, or a stream before that, a previous stream, I talked about Ship of Harkinian and Two Ship to Harkinian, which, for those of you who do not remember, is the decompiler for the PAL versions of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, making them be able to be decompiled, changed, and recompiled to be native on PC, which allows people to make a bunch of crazy mods and fixes and, you know, improvements, changes, graphical enhancements, etc., etc. Or you can, you know, just keep everything default if you want. But you have options, you have choices, and you can do them on the fly. I realized one thing that I've always thought is so cool and so funny is randomizer challenges, right? I think randomizer challenges are funny, super entertaining, very cool, right? Well, the thing about Ship of Harkinian is that it has a built-in randomizer. with a bunch of benefit, like mechanics. Like changing what items can appear under certain situations so you don't get soft locked, and do doors randomized, or is it just chests? Does every item that drops randomized? Up to you. And so you can do all these different changes. I'd probably just do an item randomizer and not door randomizer, because I'm not crazy. So if I do end up playing Ocarina of Time on stream, after that, I think I'd want to do a randomizer on stream. I just have to actually beat Ocarina of Time, because obviously I'm not gonna... My first playthrough, Ocarina of Time, randomizer. Yeah, I'm just a fucking Chad like that. How could you tell? Was it my strapping, strong, diamond-cutting jawline? Like, I'm not gonna do that. But I would like to try after I know what the fuck I'm doing. Although, someone's first experience of a video game being a randomizer would be really funny. Randomizers and Nuzlocks. Like Nuzlocke style challenges, those two I really like. And so I think I would like to do a randomizer for once. I'd like to actually... I've always been like a little like, well, you don't know any game good enough to like trust yourself with a randomizer, especially on stream or recording. You look completely stupid and the video will be super boring. And that may still be true, but I don't know. So what I might do is I'm just going to do it after I beat it the first time. Right? If I beat Ocarina of Time and then I immediately go into the randomizer, things should be mostly fresh in my mind, and it's the best randomizer to go to, in my opinion, as a first, because it has all the tools built in. They accounted for that, and so when they recompiled it to make it native to PC, a bunch of randomizer options are included. So I could just do that and have no problems at all. It would be kind of sick. So I think we might do Ocarina of Time randomizer at some point in the future as well. That as a full video, or like a cuts montage video would be really funny. I think I probably would stream the whole thing, but I probably wouldn't do a video of it as the whole thing. But yeah. Alright, I've yapped for long enough. I think we can start Mass Effect. Let's get the massive ass effect open. So we can chase the massive ass as you do in all of BioWare games. All BioWare games, that's really all you're doing. That's why one of their last big games was really called Massive Ass. We all know it to be true. It's all you ever do in their games. We don't have to pretend here. We're all here for the quote-unquote plot. Let me resume. I can't show it to you guys until it's done loading because they did... Oh, very, very quickly, chat. Just very quickly. Plot Gilf Shepard. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Really quickly, because I talked about it previously. We now have a confession booth. We have a confession booth scene. So it can be a little more aesthetic if we decide to do confession booth in the future. Upgrades, people, upgrades. So yes, we now have an actual confession booth. It's not that fancy. I was kind of hoping I could find something way better. Turns out, free to use art of the inside of a confession booth is very, very not that common. Who could have guessed? And I'm not in the budget to be paying anybody. So this is what you get. But it is something. Okay, where is... Let's get Mass Effect to show correctly. There we go. Slim pickings. Yeah, like, it's not like I'm spoiled for choice on what I get to use. Not something I really get the option for. Okay. Well, last we stopped, we did stuff for the main quest. We have picked up a Solarian task force as part of the new army, and we're convinced we saved the Krogan lady, and we're supposed to talk to Rex and this guy. I don't remember his name. He's just Korean diplomat, representative, embassy, whatever the word you want to use. And they're both Primarch Victus, and they both have disagreeing opinions on what we should do next. We're supposed to talk to both of them, so let's start doing that.
Commander.
You said one of your ships had gone missing?
Crashed, actually. I couldn't speak in front of the Krogan. Our ship went down on Tuchanka.
Oh.
Now they're pinned by an advanced guard of Reapers scouting the planet.
What are your men doing there?
I'm sorry. That's classified.
That's cringe. You should tell me.
They be rescued. They must complete their original mission. It's a matter of galactic peace.
I'll do what I can.
I appreciate your help and understanding.
Okay.
You crashed on Tuchanka. How many are there?
A platoon.
You said
That's
the
a lot
mission
of
was
people.
matter of galactic peace. Why?
Hey, we get to pick an
Sorry,
option there.
Commander. As I said, it's highly classified.
Look, if you want me to put my ass on the line, I need answers.
Yeah, that's not something I can. Oh, he
Please
knows teleport,
understand.
but only in 1 inch.
The commander is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus. He'll be your contact.
Victus.
My son. I needed someone I could trust completely.
How am I supposed to explain why we go to Tuchanka when he's actually on the fucking ship with
The
us?
Solarian Dalatrass.
Right, it's gonna be hard to hide that to Rex when we're hovering over his planet.
How do you feel?
It won't matter if we don't stop the Reapers, but I understand her doubts.
Yeah, we're siding with them to get that genophage off them.
Stand against the Krogan during the rebellions. They were that relentless.
I mean, they do make unusual allies,
Reaching out to the Krogan for help must be difficult for you.
but I mean,
Can't
we
allow the mistakes of our past to
can't, you know, we either die or we die. So, you know, let's
First contact war.
pass the first bar of not dying.
Dodging shells fired by your navy. But look at us now, standing in a ship of Turian human design, working together.
Last stand.
How did it turn out?
The Krogan started using asteroids as weapons, directing them against our colonies. We had no choice. The genophage was our last resort. So yes, Krogan intentions after this war will be a serious concern, but I'd rather have a grateful ally than a resentful enemy.
Yeah, alright. Don't really need to talk to you about any of this, so we can...
all.
Of course, Commander.
Alright, well, Rex, what do you want? Do what you want also happen to conveniently be on Tuchanka?
Hell of a showdown there, Officer Cash. Just like the old days, Shepard.
So
Right
real,
down to me
my
pulling
friend.
Your ass out of the fire,
Oh, shut the
I
fuck
was
up.
the one with bullets flying at me.
and I gave you the moral support to dodge them.
I blew up a
Said one
mech.
of your
That was all
squads is
me.
missing?
They were scouting out the Rachni relay. We've heard rumors of trouble in the area.
What'd that mean?
Rachni.
Thought that might get your attention. I have a favor to ask.
Alright, well, we're cool with the Rachni. We're
Don't
cool
tell
with
me
them.
they're back.
All I know for sure is our scouts went silent as soon as they arrived. I've got Arlac Company, my best unit, on standby. You give the word, and they'll meet you there.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, well,
Get on it, Shepard.
if we do meet Rachni, I mean, we're supposed to be fucking chill with the Rachni,
What
so...
will you do after the genophage is cured?
Once we deal with the Reapers, most Krogan will want to settle a score with the Turians and Solarians. I won't let them. That isn't our path forward. This time will be different.
Well, you're giving me
A lot of people will be
faith.
pleased to hear that. No one wants to repeat history.
They know we probably win this time, but war has never brought us anything except misery. It's time to focus on rebuilding.
Okay, Rex, you're actually significantly better than I thought you'd be.
I'm still getting scattered reports of Reaper forces arriving. Something big is brewing.
Yeah.
I won't let those things take Tuchanka. Not when we're about to cure the genophage. My people have had enough bad luck in our time.
Yeah, that would be good. Imagine being a race that's infertile all across, and then the second you get fertility, ancient space alien robots, rather, appear out of seemingly nowhere just to eliminate your entire race the second you have the slightest possibility of reproducing.
Back on Surkesh, it looked like the female Krogan could hold her own.
Our females don't lack for spirit. For males, a good show of force sorts things out. But females like to talk about it. Then think about it. Then talk about it some more.
Women have good ideas, Rex. You should listen.
Yeah, but they have so many of them. So sometimes I pretend to listen and... Well, let's just say Krogan females have tempers too.
Damn. Okay, one Shepard, the feminist ally out here, and Rex just the
How could there be trouble with the Rachni? They were all but extinct. The last queen promised to disappear forever or be destroyed.
I know, I was there. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Were you? I don't think you were. I mean, you were technically part of my crew, but you weren't there.
Could be another invasion. If they're crawling out from under some rock, you know how bad it can get. We need to stop them.
Yeah, I mean, they might be here because they're also getting obliterated on the fringe of space. So maybe they don't really have a choice.
Shepard, I like what you've done with the Normandy. Got tired of always hanging around the cargo bay before. I still don't have a window like Liara does, but it's progress. Wish I could knock some heads around with you, but duty calls. If the Solarian says my DNA is important, who am I to argue?
Alright, homie. I'm kind of more interested to do the Rachni thing first, personally. Because we actually have some history with the Rachni. I do want to know what those fucking Turians are doing. What dumb, wacky shit they're possibly doing.
Commander, nice to see you again.
We can actually talk.
How are you settling in, trainer?
I actually feel somewhat useful. It's been challenging to integrate data feeds for the War Summit.
How are the systems holding?
Well, I'm glad we performed stress tests.
Specialist Trainer has been extremely helpful. The accuracy of our war room data is a direct result of her work.
There we go.
Thank you, Edie.
Val, you're so much better than Kelly.
To all of this. In the lab,
So much better.
stored everything, piles of tech everywhere. Out here, it's like living out of a shoebox.
Kelly was an alien fucking weirdo. I'm just an alien fucker, not a weirdo. Very important distinction. So, you know, Trainer, you're a way better upgrade. You're just better in every way. Every single way.
Life on an active ship always feels crowded at first.
Please don't make me regret my words later.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. I've got no problems getting cozy. This is wonderful. Back in the lab, we had to hoard because we had no budget. Now, Edie, Ariake Tech uses a proprietary smart processing algorithm that could clean up our long-range data. Can we license it?
We can. Analyzing and applying the upgrade now. The algorithm should reduce long-range strategic combat data analysis time by 3%.
Impressive.
If it means
Damn.
getting the equipment I need, I can quite happily live out of a shoebox.
Alright, well, fuck. Alright. Miss Fancy over here. Who is this from? Farron. It's been a while. I'm glad to hear you made it off Earth and that Liara is with you. Getting off her old ship was the best thing we could have done. Can't tell you how sick I was in that cabin and tripping over the drone. Oh, this is the dude she was like in a not relationship with? I don't even know how it kept finding me in a ship that big, even after I turned it off its tracking. I dug up some interesting information for you. Talk with Glyph to sort out the data. I hope it helps. Okay, talk to Glyph. Where the fuck he is? I assume he's with Liara? The drone would make sense to be with Liara. From Alliance News Information Partners. Thesia? Asari scientist Rana Thanoptis has died in custody, allegedly committing suicide after she was arrested for the murder of multiple Asari military officials. Was that the chick I refused to let out of prison? For Arya's quest? I said I'd do it a different way. Prior to her death, investigators said Thanoptis spoke of voices in her head which they believed to be indicative of her indoctrination. Maybe? The voices foretold the ascension of the Asari and told, I'm just going to say her, that anyone fighting the Reapers needed to die. She worked on a top-secret project for former Spectre Saren Arterius. Okay, this is not that person I'm thinking of then. Several years ago, she was where she likely became indoctrinated. She received a pardon from the Asari government in exchange for providing research assistance on Reaper technology. She was believed responsible for planting a makeshift explosive device that detonated at a research center, killing 5,000, holy shit, killing 5 visiting Asari military officials along with 4 civilians. The attack seriously wounded a dozen more and caused significant damage to the facility. Investigators say they are not seeking any suspects in the case. Okay. Let's go to the fuel depot, I suppose. How are we looking on fuel? Let's just top off. It's fairly cheap. Oh, I didn't return. Oh no, there's a battery relay here. Never mind. We're gaming. Citadel rendezvous with Arya. We still have to do that. Extract Turian survivors. Investigate Cerberus presence. So I gotta do both of those, but I really want to do missing scouts, which is in Reaper territory, unfortunately. But hopefully it's not that bad. Hopefully, as long as I don't have to scan, it's not that bad. There's listening post. Is part of the quest? Nope. Missing scouts over this way. Mula Zul. Speaking of Zool, any Ghostbusters fans in here? That movie, the first one specifically, is so good. So good. Yeah, we keep the hot all white clothing gear, armor, whatever word you want to use. Although I do like that one, but I don't know, the Liara classic is kind of spiffy. We're gonna go with the white gear look, the white and blue, as you will. I do remember last time we used a gun, a rifle. We picked up a new one. This one, it's a double shot burst. I hate it with a burning passion. So we're going back to the OG single shot. I also don't want it to have the bayonet, as much as the bayonet is funny. We're not gonna do that. Ooh. Oh, increased damage though? Hold on a minute here. That is very interesting. Or I can get stability. I don't need stability. It's a single shot. So yes, give me that. I did think I liked using the heavy pistol instead of the light pistol, at least for now. So I think I'll keep using it. The question is, do I give the Scorpion 1 a try, which is kind of like a hand cannon type deal. Very slow fire rate, low capacity, very heavy. Actually, its weight load makes me not want to take it, although we could drop that weight a little bit. If we do like that. We could lower its weight a little bit. Gotta go. All right, see you later, Nash. Like, it's better, but that is still a lot. Great, cooldown speed is pretty quick in this game. Headshot damage, you can just increase damage flat. Put a sight on it. Wanted it to look dumb. I kind of want to try it. It's just so heavy. Right, I'm only carrying 3 out of, what, 5 possible options of guns, and I am over crazy levels of overweight. If I took the first sniper, I'd be even heavier. Try it, yeah. I'll give it a try one time. I mean, worst case scenario, it's just not great. Increased damage, speeds, perception. Yeah, it's fine. This is also fine. We're good. Liara, you can keep the one you got. Just rock what you got. You can just rock what you got too. It's not really a big deal. You guys will be fine. Due to the prior reconstruction surgery, you have implants that are still healing. I didn't get to read that. I think it said aggressive behavior will cause scarring or whatever. I think is what I was trying to say there. What are we gonna go for as a mastery next? I think we should do Shockwave's not very good. I mean, it's our closest one though, so we might as well. Range is really good because the range on it in this game sucks heavily. So let's get that going. ED can take up. Let's just. Everything's pretty close. We'll do Incinerate. Actually, Incinerate's pretty good. Actually, she can't. She can't do anything. So I should have looked at Liara, but it's fine. She's pretty.
Have we learned anything,
She
Shepard?
probably couldn't do anything new anyway.
Our backup is waiting for us at the
We're
drop.
all wearing like a white and
Our
blue
company.
right now.
Broken Commandos.
Kind of entertaining.
That's correct. They are an accomplished unit, made famous for their decisive action liberating a colony from Batarian pirates.
Good to hear. Other than that, there's been no word from a team of Krogan scouts since they went through the Rachni relay.
There are many reasons that communication with the scouts could be disrupted.
We don't know much, but no Rachni activity has been reported.
Still, it's troubling there are rumors at all. It's been years since you released the last Rachni queen on the condition she'd disappear forever. Her race
Yeah.
is all but extinct. She would not risk annihilation by starting a war.
No, she would
be ready
not,
for
which
it.
makes me think she is here because she has to be. If she is, it makes me think
Yeah,
she's here
shuttle
because she
just
has to
arrived.
be.
You better get moving, Team 2. See anything, let me know.
Grunt?
Shepard?
Grunt?
Shepard!
Holy shit, he's here?
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Didn't those idiots lock you up?
They did. Put me in lockdown to keep the Batarians off me. Didn't want problems with the Council while they prepared for war. But the situation
Let's
changed.
go.
Yeah, they got bigger problems, all right. That's why I'm out here running Arlac Company. They're tough, think they're invincible. Reckless, but effective.
What's up with you? What's new?
Sounds familiar, Grunt. How did you go from being new and unproven to your own command?
Wasn't easy. When Rex put Arlac Company together, he needed a leader who represented the future of our species. Thanks to you, I completed my rite of passage on Tachanka and became part of Clan Erdnot.
Indeed you
I
did.
was an equal. And being the strongest, I was chosen to lead this honored company.
I bet some didn't like a tank-bred Krogan being in charge.
I collected a few scars
I'm sure they
earning my
didn't.
place here. These Krogan respect me.
1 second. Okay. Good to have you here. Keep him in line. Yeah, good to have you here. It's nice seeing him again.
But if your Krogan are half the soldier you are, you might make it out of here.
Glad you're here to crack some heads, Shepard. Hard to believe this might be Rachni. Seems crazy.
Seems
Right,
unlikely,
right.
but
Chance to face the old enemy?
Impossible to resist.
We don't know if the Rachni had anything to do with this. We're here to find the scouts. I didn't see any signs of activity during our approach.
Agreed. But this place smells wrong. Like a bad wound. Our scans show the tunnels down there lead to a large central point. If we're lucky, it's a nest.
A nest might be fortunate. We could end this here.
Well,
Okay.
that company, move out! Grab what you need, Shepard. Meet me at the scout camp ahead.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Take what you need and move out.
What are we taking, Shepard? What are we taking? Are we stealing shit? Is that what we're talking about? Because of course we're gonna steal things. What do you think I am? Whoa. That looks like a shotgun. That is in fact a shotgun. Man, I can find lots of cool shotguns. If only I liked using them in this game series. You know, to be fair, I haven't tried them in the new ones, so they might be good. Maybe I should. Sticky finger Shepard. No. His fingers. Ooh.
Tank-bred genetics combined with experience.
He's not sticky. He's not sticky. His fingers are clean. The little Walmart sticky green hand that he throws at shit to steal them. Now that is sticky. That is slightly not the driest of things, but it still counts. It passes in law, chat. Passes in law. I didn't steal it. My sticky Walmart hand did.
You ready to go?
What you been up to? What have you been
What
up
did you do
to,
after
I
the
guess?
collectors were defeated?
I spent most of my time back on Tachanka learning what it was to be Krogan. In the lab where I was created, the lessons were like fighting with practice weapons. They had no bite, no impact. I needed the blood and pain. I made mistakes, but I learned.
Tell me more about this company.
Arlak means Eye of Wrath. We are named after the fierce Tachanka son. Rex handpicked us from different clans to show a united Krogan. We were sent because we were the strongest.
You guys are not enough people to be considered a company, but whatever.
Print anything on you about the Rachni during your creation?
Who
cares?
I knew of the Rachni. They are respected as an enemy. Everyone thought they were dead, defeated by the Krogan. You proved that wrong. If they're here,
Yeah, I
my blood
did.
demands they die.
That's me. Investigate again. Arachnine? What's up with that?
Here and print anything on you about the Rachni during your creation?
Okir ensured I knew of the Rachni. They are respected as an enemy. Everyone thought they were dead.
Yeah,
defeated
they're
by
not
the
the
Krogan.
best.
You proved that wrong. If they're here, my blood demands they die.
Okay, well let's not go that far.
Looks like something dropped half their camp down a hole. Their shuttle must have been lost as well. They weren't going anywhere. Doesn't matter. We're here to find the Rachni.
If it ain't bolted down, it's coming home with them. That is a little true. A small amount true.
Let's get going.
Finally, right behind you, Shepard.
Is he actually gonna come with? Oh, okay. Only bad things happen when Shepard's helmet disappears. Ow. And then Shepard died from fall damage and was never seen from again.
Everyone all right?
Shepard! You in one piece?
Of course, he
Looks like
can't.
we're
He's
all
not a
okay.
companion. Of course, he's not gonna follow me.
On our way!
Okay, goodbye. Guess I'll have to do this all by myself. Well,
Something up ahead.
not completely by myself.
I see it.
Webbing. Well.
Got a body of a scout here.
Ooh.
In a few days.
Yeah, if he has his weapon, grab it. You won't need it anymore.
It's a flamethrower. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, and the game wants me to use it.
Is that webbing?
Looks like it.
Flamethrower. He's too old for falls like that. Yeah, seriously, like
Stay close. It's easy to get separated.
he's old, man.
Everybody be ready.
He's old and he's very, very, very,
Did anyone see that? Confirmed.
very, very old and very, very war torn. He's been through it. That doesn't look good.
Some kind of plot ahead.
Yeah, what is it?
I like about C game. Do I want to shoot that?
Shepard, careful where you step.
Okay, there's suicide bombs. Got it. Or sorry, it's YouTube. Sewer slides. There we go. Cap the flamethrower. Gotta be fuel efficient, although the fire of this...
Wire, Shepard. Reaper technology.
Maybe.
You can tell off of the tubes? There are tubes, so therefore Reaper? Oh, there's another guy. Another firestorm. Thanks for the reload. They all conveniently had flamethrowers. Just in case. This way? Nope. No, oh shit, only bad things happen when that... It's not Arachnine. That's Beeper. That's all Beeper technology. Yeah, get zombies. I hate fighting zombies. Mass Effect. How did you not learn in like 3 different games to stop making me fight zombies? They're not fun and the AI still sucks at fighting them. Go on, get off my lawn. Get on there, get. Come on, get on there. You don't need to be on here no more. No, get. I apologize to anyone who had to listen to that. I regret my mistakes. My YouTube apology will be in your sub box by tomorrow. Where the fuck does it want me to go? I apologize, chat, for being southern. It will never happen again. I apologize. I had a severe lapse in judgment.
Another species twisted by the Reaper.
Ow, who? What shot me for like all of my health?
Modified and very dangerous.
Finally, something to kill.
So we have Reaper Arachnine.
Into a sinkhole. Bad way to go.
The nest has to be here. A significant amount.
So I guess I do get to just kill Arachnine without feeling morally bad about it.
A barrier, Shepard.
Copy that.
It must open somehow. What is that?
I'll just pick up another one.
It was some kind of lock.
Oh, cutscene. Only bad things happen when Shepard's helmet comes off.
Look out!
Anyone injured?
Looks like we're finding another way out of here. Come on.
Alright, well, we already fell down a giant hole, so I don't think the double...
Right.
Oh, zoinks! Zoinks, we can't go back! Zoinks, what are we gonna do? I don't think we had to do 2 of those. I think that was a little unnecessary. So apparently falling like 50 fucking feet down a hole was not enough to say it was like we can't go back to school. There's a lot of just netting, webbing that just goes to nowhere. The game knows I have way more flamethrower fuel than I actually need. This whole mechanic is not very fun, I must admit. Just the tapping.
What did you find?
Well, that's not good.
The leader ordered them to carry weapons deep into the caves. He knew the next team would need help.
They died making sure we could make it to the central chamber. Come on.
Damn. Rip bozo. I mean friend. I mean bozo. I mean friend. But thank you. They saved me from the singular zombie. I gotta test Shepard's durability. Yeah, seriously, because he just does not end.
He's asked that it be delivered to an Asari named Ereba on the Citadel.
Bro wanted to get sent to his prostitute? I'm gonna just make the assumption that's who that is, and not a wife, even though it's very possible it could be, but I don't believe. Not entirely. I guess that would be a really logical way to keep your race going in a very... not the way you want it to, but still
expect trouble.
Capable way, is because the Asari can just get children off of being around you, right? You can hang around them, and if they love you, they'll just make a child, like out of thin air, basically. So I guess for, you know, a Krogan who can't have any kids, like physically, I mean, I guess that's an alternative. Unfortunately, they will always look like an Asari, so they will have zero physical traits of a Krogan, but it's, you know, there's worse options. Not anymore, though. The Krogan can finally escape their Asari waifus and go to having real sex with real Krogan women.
Stay low. Don't let it get a beat on you.
Hello? Okay, I was like, what the fuck? You win some, you lose some with the genetic lottery. It'd be that way sometimes. Listen, you can't win them all. Can't win them all. Okay, the annoying pods mechanic is very, very uninteresting.
Casualties?
It's fine. Krogan fight better angry.
Environments for breeding. But this atmosphere is breeding.
There's no telling how much the Reapers changed the Rachni.
True. You're running behind me. We good? We gaming? We're Gucci? We're just shooting the baby bugs. Whatever. I don't even know if we need to do the baby bugs.
They reproduce very quickly, and this is a perfect place to hide them until they're too strong to stop.
Another upgrade.
I agree.
Cool.
And they're throwing everything they've got at us so we don't reach the nest.
I feel like the actual Rachni have to make an appearance at some point from the previous game. Right? There's no way I save them, they say they'll never come back, and they actually do never come back. That feels highly unlikely. Wow, he's so cool. He can bench press a whole Rachni bug. That's crazy.
Power node.
Come on!
Flamethrower the power node. Kill the power node with the power of flame. Hey Fishy, welcome. How are you doing? Welcome to stream.
Thanks, Shepard. That wasn't webbing stopping us. That was Reaper tech.
We ran into it too.
The Rachni have backed off for now, but they can smell our wounds. Any worthy enemy would regroup.
Suddenly I remember Jingo. Suddenly you remember my existence, or suddenly you remember something?
Those barriers were protecting whatever's down that passage.
We'll dig in here, kill anything that moves. Buy you some time.
Good luck.
I don't need luck. I have ammo.
Okay.
Krogan,
Whatever.
get ready.
I remembered I haven't been coming to streams. Yeah, indeed. Firestorm, upgrade, XP, health, whatever the fuck. Get it all up.
Take it slow.
fish just doesn't care about the Jingo streams no more. Oh, woe is me.
What is that?
Grunt, we've located the central chamber.
Good. We got your back, Shepard.
Move it! Damn it!
We need to find the power node.
He does look like a grandpa. I'm not sure about the ILF part. We're not Gil Shepard. We're not. We're inherently not Gil Shepard. I refuse to agree to the sentiment. What's this game want me to fucking do? Oh, there we go. For some reason that works.
This is it, people!
Ah yes, 3 zombies, also known as heavy resistance. Well, they can meet my heavy resistance fucking repellent. Flames. Flame. 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 Holy cleansing flame. Flame. Anything else? Anyone else? Anyone else got any complaints? Hey, look, another flamethrower. Game really wants you to have a flamethrower for the section.
There must be more power nodes on the other side.
Ah, what the hell? Did the H try to attack me? Okay, it's another thingy down. I think it controls a different one this way. Yeah. Pardon me. Yep, do your little combat rolls. You hit the little Dark Souls roll. Don't mind me, just coming through.
Stay focused.
Oh, my own player model covering up the enemy. The classic. And we got nice and crispy. Listen, they're all mutated, right? So like, regardless of even if they are literally were humans, they're no longer humans, right? So they don't count as cannibalism, do they? So if they start getting real crispy and real tasty smelling, that's not like ethically improper, would it? Alright, it's not ethically improper. Because it's not a human. So I am taking a lot of damage from... I don't know what. There we go. So we have a 6-hour interview. I'm gonna combust. I need some Jingo Yap and Shepard appearance.
Copy that.
Oh. Hi.
Goddess.
Has ceased.
What are you?
The last queen. We listen for the children. They are silent. Although the machines come and take them to war, they die alone, silent, far away.
The Reapers did this to you?
Of course. Who the fuck else?
The note of the machines is everywhere.
What happened? How'd you end up here, of all things? I told you to fuck
I
off.
let you go back in Novaria. You promised not to interfere anymore. The Rachni were supposed to disappear.
We remember. We kept our promise. Retreated back through the relay. We started a new home. Beautiful children.
Girl.
They heard our song. Their shriek of our notes drowned us out.
You're a puppet? Or it's over now. It's over now?
They can't hurt you anymore.
We understand.
Can you still feel the Reapers? Can they influence you?
We hear the machines, but they cannot control us. Remove this last shackle, and we are free.
That sounds suspicious.
In return, they will destroy us all. Release us. We're getting movement here. A lot of movement.
Copy that, Grunt. Are you capable of fighting the Reapers?
We hate the machines. We will fight for our unborn children. Release us.
This can only go well, right?
She's badly wounded. She needs time to escape.
Shepard, we're out of time. We stay here, our Lek company dies. Is that clear?
Help her
Listen
escape.
up. Arlac Company holds the Rachni off while the Queen escapes. We'll buy you some time. Grunt, fall back to our position and lead us out.
Damn you, Shepard! I'm leaving my team. On my way.
Commander!
What?
That's an order. She's too valuable an asset to lose.
It's true. I mean, we were able to play nice once. We should be able to play nice twice, and now we're both fighting the same war, so it's even more efficient.
Now get us out of here.
Okay, well, do I not just get, is it just a cutscene out of here, or do I not actually play the game? Nope. Nope, well, there's the stereotypical Sting sounds.
Shuttle's down that path. I'll hold them off. Get out of here, Shepard!
Grunt, are you gonna die? Are you dying, Grunt? Grunt, no! Why? Grunt has to die? This seems very stupid. This feels wholly unnecessary. Okay.
Cortez, we're the last ones out.
Copy that, Commander. Shuttle is waiting.
Did I miss a pop-up? Like a Renegade or Paragon pop-up? Did I just not hit one? Did I look away at the wrong time? Oh no, he's alive. Okay, thank God. Gonna say, there's no good fucking reason for him to just die.
Got something to eat.
Thank you. Thank God. Keep baby boy Grunt alive.
I'm reviewing your report on the Rachni situation, Commander. This could have gotten complicated fast. I hope you know what you're doing, cutting a deal with the Rachni Queen. We got burned last time. I'm trusting your instincts, Commander.
We can count on her support, Admiral.
I hope so. But we cut the Reaper supply of new Rachni troops and picked up some additional Krogan support. I call
We
that
got
a
the
victory.
Krogans, baby.
I've got to get back to it, Commander. Watch yourself out there. Hack it out.
Shepard, you made it out of there. Sounds like I missed a hell of a fight.
Yeah, you miss a fight. Yeah, you
It was
did.
bloody, Rex. We could have used you.
Too busy talking rather than fighting. Feeling restless. A war going on and I'm stuck keeping the peace. I heard you made some kind of deal with the Rachni Queen. If they get out of hand again, it's your ass on the line.
Done it once before, I'll do it again.
I heard Grunt managed to get out of there with a few scratches.
You could say that.
We'll get him patched up, back in the fight.
Good to hear.
I should get back to it. Keep me posted, Shepard.
Oh, hello.
Shepard, test verified. Results promising. Can synthesize for universal Krogan immunity.
Oh, let's go.
Then you can put your knife away.
The cure's ready?
No, still need transmission vector. Cure useless unless given to entire species.
Okay. I mean, you had infected them before, right?
Infected them with a disease easy enough. Is the cure that different?
No, keeping modalities similar when possible. Easiest way to develop cure rapidly. Groundwater? No, too slow. Voluntary inoculation risky. Population too scattered for airborne. Unless... Wait, yes! The Shroud. Constant global dispersion of air particles, built by Solarians to repair atmosphere of Tuchanka.
Interesting.
Also used by Turians.
We used it to secretly spread the genophage virus. It ended
Ahead.
Krogan rebellions.
Eeps.
I'd be careful who you tell that to.
I mean, it's safe, right? I mean, you're using it for a good reason.
Infect an entire population. That's the way to do it.
Unless you're part of the population.
Yes, but useful now. Original genophage strain still in storage at Shroud facility. Can use it as transmission vector, then use Shroud to blanket Tuchanka with cure.
You clever little piejack. That's our best shot, right there.
Then finish your preparations and be ready to go, Morden.
Of course. Ready when you need me. We'll be in medbay with Eve until then.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Oogie. Let's go talk to him. Hello, you're alive.
So I imagine by now you've wiped the galaxy clean of Reapers and we can all come up for air?
Yep, totally.
There have been a few complications.
Aren't there always? Hackett filled me in on the Crucible. Sounds like you've got some knots to untangle.
I'm just glad I could take care of one of them for you. I gather you and Kaylee Sanders were close.
I owe you for that one, Shepard. Kaylee and I met almost 20 years ago. We even had a run-in with Saren in his early days.
Yeah.
She and I were... more than close.
You don't say.
I miss her. End of the world has a way of reminding you what you forgot to do. Maybe when the war's over, Kaylee and I will do something about that.
You'll see her soon.
I can hope. But you've got a bigger problem right now. Like a galaxy full of scared bureaucrats.
Diplomacy is such a pain. That's part of the job.
It's what you hired me to do.
What I'm here to do.
Mostly you were hired to kill Reapers. I hope you haven't been sidetracked by all the politics.
Nothing
Nah.
I can't handle.
Mostly
What
just
about
killing
you?
things.
What's happening on Earth?
Killing the right
I'll
things,
spare
people
you the
like me.
details.
You know.
But let's just say a lot of cities around the world have stopped checking in.
That bad?
You
I
and I knew
mean-
what we were in for, but everyone else? I don't think the shock's worn off yet.
Yeah,
safe?
well.
That changes by the hour. I caught a shuttle evac out of Vancouver, and now we're running from foxhole to foxhole just trying to stay alive.
What about the Reapers?
They're harvesting everything that moves. They're focusing on the big cities, which does give us some room to maneuver.
You think you can
Huh,
hang on?
that's convenient.
Hell, we're still just trying to talk to each other. Right now, all we can do is organize the resistance at a local level. No lack of volunteers, at least. Everybody.
Yeah, it's not like you got a choice.
Stake.
Well, we haven't
I
forgot
don't know
about
how
you.
we'll win this yet, but we will. Even if it kills me.
Well, you already died once, and that didn't slow you down.
No.
But let's not tempt fate. Keep yourself safe, Shepard.
You too, sir.
We'll talk again soon. Anderson out.
Okay. Do we go do the other quests? We got Alien, we got Rachni workers. Not their fighters, I guess, just the workers. Not all mindless insects. The Rachni are capable of feats. Not all mindless insects. The Rachni are capable of feats of engineering comparable with any sentient species. While initially greeted with suspicion, the Rachni workers dispatched to the Crucible have integrated into the project smoothly. They work especially well on tasks that benefit from group work. The senior Crucible staff members are learning to trust the Rachni with more complex problems. And we got Krogan, just Grunt. Okay, well, I guess we technically haven't gotten the genophage cure out yet. So, guess we're still waiting on that. And let's go up to the CIC. We can see if Edie has anything interesting to say. And then we should go down and we should talk to Liara? See if she has anything interesting to say. Because Liara will have the drone, probably. Hi, Edie.
Shepard, I had a question about human
okay.
behavior.
Why is it you never have questions about Asari behavior or Turian behavior?
Because she's...
I'm asking Liara questions about the Asari bonding process.
Huh.
She said I do not guard the secrets of the Normandy's crew carefully enough for her to entrust me with such private information. The Asari word she used translates as blabbermouth. I think she's become a more private person since becoming the Shadow Broker.
It does appear that way.
Tell me about it.
Damn, didn't actually ask me the question about humans. Sad. Oh well. We'll go talk to Liara. Speak of the devil. Just by the way, stream's gonna be a little shorter tonight. I don't have as much... Oops, I think I went to the right floor. I don't have as much time free tonight as I have previously. Oh, Tuesday stream will be just normal length, though. Tuesday will be normal. That's just where Garrus would be. Shriek, I know. But you did get like a solid hour of me just straight talking. So there is that. So it does mean you got half the stream is just me talking.
Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Hello. Oh, awkward.
Okay.
I didn't mean to walk in any weird stuff.
You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
This one is different.
Might I just pick up Lucha Underground again? Yes, you should.
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Far less painful than tissue sampling.
Don't remind me. I think you enjoyed doing that.
Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive. Also affecting comfort of patient.
He's trustworthy.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
He's also working for me, so I have much more trust than usual.
You into a trap.
Trap? Eve's release my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand. But my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Now have work to do. Prefer females of the species.
Damn, okay. Can I talk to her at all? Okay.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
You really
We
don't.
owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
It's like you changed your PFP in the middle of the stream.
Shaman of the female clan.
I don't know what to,
belong
but
to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
Female
I
shaman?
didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets. So when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
Gotcha. How does one become a shaman?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
How did you survive?
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way.
But
I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel.
I expected to see it. That was weird.
In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
It's kind of brutal. A little crazy.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
Okay. Rex?
What do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan.
Got real low.
Tell him that. His head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
You Krogans do got the big bonkers on your head. You know, big heads over here. See, to defeat the Krogans, you see the Solarians gave them a disease called bobblehead disease to give them all these big ass heads so they're easier to shoot, you know, like a N64 cheat code.
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that you can tell him.
But damn.
Do you think Rex will want revenge for the Genophage?
Some clans will expect it, but I hope Rex resists.
I mean, according to what he said, he won't.
The cycle of violence must end if Krogan are ever to have a voice in galactic
bobblehead disease is vile.
Just one Krogan. If enough clans demand it, he may not be able to stop them.
How do you tell the other clans to stop being dumb?
You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the Genophage?
I mean, you don't really notice a difference.
Bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a thresher maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Damn, Shepard.
Yes. After my first stillborn.
Oof.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The Genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
Damn.
How do you think things will change after the Genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again. Females will help shape the future, like in the ancient days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
Yeah, a little touchy.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the Genophage, they become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence, excuses to earn them honor.
How about the experiments?
Involved in Malin's experiments.
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the Genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Yeah, that didn't work out.
Are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
Other females?
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
Yeah.
The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tuchanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
Was it worth it?
Go to Malin again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
Yeah, I saw what he did. It was kind of fucked up.
It looked like a dungeon. His experiments were brutal.
We learned that too late. He meant well, but his methods grew more barbaric as he went. We finally escaped into the rubble. Eventually, a Solarian team found us. They saved our lives. We were so sick.
Mordin Solus.
How has Mordin been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
He's
no. Organ redundancy
significantly
results in
more
new
crazy.
metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
But I sense pain in him too. He told me about his work on the genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters
Waffles.
and I changed something in him.
Sorry, Borgia, offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Well, it wasn't his ear.
Yeah, right, I think so.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I've only met a few humans in my time. I'm glad for the opportunity.
Alright, now let's go talk to... Yeah. We're running out of time for stream, though. Holy God. That conversation went on for longer than I thought it would.
So, Liara, still relying on the Protheans for all the answers?
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the Crucible. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
My lips are sealed.
We done now? Okay, cool. I want to see weapons upgrade kit. Field kit can be used for one-time upgrade to a variety of weapons, increases ammo capacity. Okay. Ammo capacity bonus or weapon damage bonus? Weapon damage. Okay, well, that was basic, but alright. Hi, Liara.
I have time if you'd like to talk. In fact, I could use the distraction.
Oh, okay. What's up?
How long it took the Reapers to eradicate the Protheans, and how long they'll need for us. It took them centuries to conquer the Protheans. We're not quite
good
so
deck pop, holy
widespread,
God.
but it would still take at least 100 years. It's selfish, but I keep thinking that if we fail, I'm only 109, Shepard. I could live to see the entire cycle come to an end.
Gee, that long, young?
109, huh?
I know. It must seem strange to complain about a 1,000-year lifespan.
Yeah.
I used to think it was sad that most aliens live such short lives. Maybe it's not such a privilege to outlive so many.
Only 109? I know. Barely legal. Can't give
Or
up.
you could keep fighting.
Smoocher. That's
I'll always
not
try my best,
the
Shepard.
nicest way to say that.
But if we lost you,
Smooch.
we finally have other
Smooch.
leaders on our side, but
Smooch.
none will take us
Smooch.
as far as you can. Sometimes I wonder how you do it.
She's 109, little girl, you freak. Don't smooch her. I have friends like you. Can we... friend would be... someone... I mean, this is the
I think it's
nicest.
the people I care about.
There we
Let's
go.
keep it
That's
going.
much more romantic.
I'm among them.
Sounding.
I hope.
Of course you are.
I feel better already.
Hug her.
Thank you for coming by,
No!
Shepard. Why don't we talk later?
You're supposed to hug hot women. What are you doing, Shepard?
Shepard.
I want to know what's up with being
What's
Shadow
been
Broker.
happening with you as the
It's
broker?
kind of one thing I want to know about.
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship, impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
Is that the one I'm going for? I don't know yet. Because Miranda's in this game, but not as a companion. And she's still like, yo, we still good? And I didn't realize she would be romanceable in this game. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll figure that out later.
What kind of distraction?
Favorite
Sending
type
the
of
broker's
music?
ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser.
I listen to so many, it's kind of hard to say...
In such a spectacular fashion.
It's hard to say what exactly my favorite type of music is, but if I had to pick, I'm gonna just generalize and say metal.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the
I
Reapers
vote
have taken
Ashley
a
because she
toll on
looks
the
so
helpers.
good in this game.
It's
She
taken a
do.
while to reestablish contact.
But I already did Ashley. conquered territory. Don't we want to hit something new? Come on, Chad.
So where is
This time the tail can be blue.
Convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his
And this time I don't have to go to
Given
jail.
what he survived, I should probably worry less.
Come on. Easy. Prothean
How
device.
much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints.
Oh, wait a minute.
Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
We're just letting Liara basically tiz him out over here.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
Anyway, what's gonna
been
be
up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
Damn.
We'll
Alright,
talk
well.
later, Liara.
Of course.
Bye, Liara.
The private messages terminal has new correspondence.
We got anyone else to really talk to? We can talk to Morden.
Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Malin's
Alright.
data thorough. Fortunately detailed as well. Have used notes to improve her condition.
Eve?
How is she doing?
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated. Likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket. Something soft. Prefer to let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Her opinion, somewhat different.
Your friend?
I care about her.
My patient. My responsibility. Found her at STG base. 3 doctors injured trying to restrain her. Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. Promised to help her. She said, please.
How about curing the genophage?
Genophage work. What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision at time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
We're having the apocalypse?
Turian's
Hello?
doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat, outlet for aggression, cooperative symbiosis.
Did I see it? I don't know. It
Anything
makes
else?
sense to me.
No personal stake here?
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left, but still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
I didn't realize he's
Someone
supposed to be
else might
fucking
have
old and like on the verge of death. What's
Possibly.
new?
Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right. To prove I can.
Alright, feelings about the
So,
data?
we did the right thing by saving the data?
Indeed. Would be much harder to treat Eve without it. Maybe impossible.
And all those experiments we saw back on Tuchanka?
Monstrous, repulsive, but now with purpose. Victims didn't die for nothing.
You okay with that?
So the end justifies the means?
Not my means.
But
That
you're
is
using
kind
the
of
data,
fair.
encouraging more experiments like Malin's.
No,
Encouragement,
no,
Your
bad
Honor.
Shepard. We're not
Always
saying
be
that.
Scientists willing to perform unethical tests. Can't change that. But can help Eve. Can cure genophage. Won't ignore data vital to her survival because of unethical origins.
Any word on Malin himself?
No. Ordered teams to search for him when trying to help Eve. Nothing so far. Large galaxy. Lots of places to hide. Could already be dead for all we know. Would kill him now if possible. Unless he could help.
In your Creed era, damn.
What can
Shroud?
you tell me about the Shroud?
Climate regulator. Counteracts radiation damage to Tuchanka's atmosphere from nuclear war. Particles emitted from main tower form layer that mitigates ultraviolet bombardment, prevents atmospheric escape of necessary elements.
Solarian work, yeah.
Yes, when uplift process began. Demonstration of goodwill to Krogan, stabilize climate, impress population. Combined with technological gifts, easy to gain Krogan support against Rachni.
The immunity?
Have you determined why she's immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity, totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also
weird.
explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
Interesting.
Think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes. We'll use Eve's tissue to produce mutagen, alter gland function across entire species. Must improve mutagen as well, tune hormone production. Long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
Nice talking with you, Morden.
Thank you, Shepard. Glad
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Haven't
Okay,
made impact on
well.
Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You'd go crazy inside an hour.
Damn.
Might run tests on the seashells.
I didn't realize Morden's supposed to be like old. Oldie old. Music is subjective. Yeah, music is fairly subjective. Hi, Garrus.
Really? You've seen them before?
A few years back on Novaria.
It is.
Minions were trying to
It
extract
is.
information from the Ragnar Queen.
Subjective.
Spoke to her.
You spoke? I can't imagine that. The things you've done, sir, they're amazing.
Well, it didn't seem that way at the time. Mostly, you're just clawing your way out of one mess.
What's
into
with the
another, hoping your ass comes
disco?
right.
This looks like so many things at once to me. First thing I saw was a not hyperbaric. Sensory deprivation tank with RGB, but that's clearly not what it is. And then I got close, and then it looked like the I didn't use them, but the what are they called? At salons, like hair salons, they have the big dome things for certain people's hair. I don't know what they're called. I'm blanking. I feel like I did. But they're basically just big domes you put around your head and you wait. I don't know what they're called. I cannot for the life of me remember. Also, it just looks like an overly massive helmet. Hair dryer amount. Yeah, I knew it dried the hair, but I didn't know if it was just called a hair dryer. Like, I know what it does, but I didn't know if it had like a different name. Also, secondly, what the fuck is it supposed to be in this game? What is this? It's just a chair with a giant dome? Is it an advanced space gamer setup? What the fuck is it supposed to be?
Just one word, Shepard. Grunt. There'll be a lot more dead Reapers now.
The VR headset. When the VR headset is the size of my, like, half my torso. Is there anyone else we haven't talked to in a while that would be interesting? I don't care to talk to you, Engineer Adams. Right, British. There's the British Gilf. Will you talk to me?
Yes, Morden would just like some space to work with Eve.
Oh, shoot.
Oh no, I just felt I was getting in his way. I'll return when I'm needed.
Damn. Anything else in here? Nope. Okay. Engineering. Go back to CAC. I'm trying to think of more people to talk to, but we're kind of running out of people to speak to before we end stream.
Commander.
I'm not going through the fucking scanner, do the whole animation. No. This does not have a Mass Effect relay. Buy the fuel. And away we go. What do we do next? I don't want to start anything, but... Don't want to start anything, so I'm not gonna have the time to finish it, but we can at least get over to. So Tachanka, it's cure the genophage cure the genophage. Oh, we can actually we have to do that ourselves. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize that I actually had to go there and do it. Okay, that's cool. Extract Turian survivors, and then investigate the Cerberus presence. We got a lot to do there. Let's transition back over, get some music going again. Hey Stella, how are you doing? It's kind of unfortunate you had to catch the short stream today. I apologize, that is very unfortunate. Just had to catch the short stream. How are you doing, Stella? Otherwise, we're gonna be talking for just a little bit and then I'm gonna end stream. Because unfortunately, I don't have the luxury to be up super late right now. Can't watch the stream, but hope you have a good stream. Alright, thank you. Thank you for popping in. Bye-bye. Scream. What am I gonna do now? I know. You get a little bit of yappy jingo before we end. You don't want to go to high school? Go to high school. There is no good outcomes of not going to high school. Go to high school. My favorite kind of jingo, the one that gets really angry at really random arbitrary things and then yells for an hour. Yes, very. Also, damn, we got the sad music. Can we get something a little more happy? That's a little better. It's perfect, don't change it. What, the music or my weirdness? Or both? Me? Okay, well. Don't think that's gonna change, even if I wanted it to, so. Apparently I'm going nowhere. I'm going nowhere. Except to hell, probably. But that's unrelated. Not related. What other things do we... I'm trying to think of other interesting games to play on stream. I don't know. I don't really know what's gonna be all that interesting. I'm probably not gonna play Persona 5 on stream. Probably not. One, that game is so long. I mean, that game's like multiple hundreds of hours long. Satan has a Wi-Fi. Yeah, I gotta keep streaming while I'm down there. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play Persona 5 on stream. It's just so long, like 100+ hours, 3-hour streams, you know. It's not gonna, that's devastating for Fishy. Like, it's just, it's too much. It's too much. I genuinely will, I'm gonna be if I stream that game, I stream twice a week, 3 hours each, that's 6 hours a week. Games like 100 and like, we'll say 135 hours, fucking divided by 6, that is 22 streams. Or like 22 and a half weeks. of streaming, right? That is a lot. And that's assuming I don't miss streams and I don't go short sometimes. Like, that's just, that's gonna take forever, man. I have thought about maybe I play the opening of the game, maybe on stream. I don't know. It just seems, it would seem like something that would be a good idea when it was popular, but definitely not now. It seems like not the good time to do that. Yeah, we gotta figure out. I know we're gonna do Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time might just be the next one we do, because we talked about a couple different things and I kind of forgot them, to be perfectly honest. And I remember we talked about Ocarina of Time and like some other things, but I don't remember, to be perfectly frank. So it looks like I'm going to be playing Ocarina of Time. Oh yeah, this month is Zenless Zone Zero releases in July 4th. It's on the 4th of July. Is that really when it releases? July 4th. 10 a.m. UTC 8. What the fuck is UTC 8? UTC 8. What is UTC 8? UTC is so 8 is 8, what is it? 10 a.m. 10 a.m. That in my time zone is 5 a.m. Okay, so it's actually early in the day. Oop, I apologize for the double music. Stop. Their website plays music. But I can preload it on July 2nd. I can do it on July 2nd. So I can preload it then, so I can just have it, bam, ready to go. I say log in for 30 free polls. Holy shit. Got a lot of stuff. Well, how else would they get you addicted to gambling? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna touch Genshin. I touched Genshin for a little bit, got bored, and then not only did the fandom get really weird, but it is gambling uphill at that rate. So I'm not gonna touch Genshin. There's just not enough there for me to care. Zenless though has some fun actual like gameplay, so I'm actually kind of interested to see how I feel about that. So I'm not saying I will become a Zenless streamer. I might, but I doubt it. So I'm July 4th is, what is it, a Thursday? Yeah, it's a Thursday. It's actually next Thursday. Not gonna be able to play it that day. I think I said that. Chat, do you think I should jump in on it Friday or should I jump in on it Saturday? I don't know, early Friday stream or normal Saturday stream? We'll do a normal Saturday stream, but we'll make it, I might start it earlier. I'll probably start that stream earlier. Do Saturday in case it continually crashes during server overload. That is a good point. Hopefully they'll have that fixed by then. Secondarily, I might do that Saturday stream, but I might have it start way earlier, just so people who are looking for Zenless, you know, Zenless Zone Zero content can see that. Maybe I'll be so cringe that I do a Zenless Zone Zero video, like as in like an ASMR video, because maybe I'll just be that cringe. Who knows? I doubt I'll sound like any single character they have in the game, because no one ever sounds like me. Because who would want to? So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. Also, August. I can't afford to get attached to another Hoyoverse game. It's fine. It's fine. You'll just get to attach to me being attached to it, and then it'll solve all your problems. I'm signed up for it. We'll see if I get in. August is when 2XKO, which is League of Legends tag fighting game, has an alpha test. If I remember correctly, it's August. That would be fun. And then they're gonna let you stream it. They're gonna let you stream the alpha test. So we might get me streaming a little bit of that, because that could really be fun. If Voxel gets into the beta or into the test, or if they give out an extra key, but I'm already guaranteed my extra key to someone else. If they don't get a code, I'll give them my code, and if they get a code and I don't, they'll give me their extra code. But if we both get in, then I'll give my extra code to Voxel, and then maybe me and Voxel could do some stuff. Because it's a tag fighting game. It's a fighting game with a tag mechanic. I mean, you pick 2 characters, but you only have 1 character in at a time. They tag in and out. But the really cool thing they're doing about this is one player can play each character. So one person plays, let's say, Darius, and then your friend can play, like, Ari, right? And so when you tag Ari in, that's your friend playing, and then, you know, when they tag out and Darius is back in, it's me playing again. Voxel, a friend of mine that I've done crossover streams with before. So it would be really cool to do a stream with, like, Voxel, right, where we do competitive, like, versus against people online, but we're doing the 2 players, 2 characters gimmick instead of 1 player, 2 characters. So we'll see how that works out. We'll see. How come you never told me? I don't know, because it's not relevant to bring up 90% of the time. I don't really have an answer. And so, yeah, I'm thinking we'll do that. We'll see how that works out. That's not for a while. It's, you know, not till August, so. But Zenless Zone Zero will probably be our Saturday stream. Don't know what we're gonna do for Tuesday. I kind of want to play something that's not Mass Effect Tuesday. This Mass Effect is not the most interesting to me. I must fully admit, it's just not the most. It's not the most interesting. Like, it's the best playing Mass Effect game, so that makes me enjoy it a lot more in certain ways. But the plot of this one is just not. Like, the Apocalypse plot is really cool. Most of the things we are doing are not that interesting. I just gotta admit. So we might do just like a random one-off on Tuesday. We'll see how I'm feeling by then. Maybe we'll do me and Voxel were playing a game recently, so maybe we'll do a stream with Voxel on Tuesday. We'll play that game we've been talking about. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I'll figure it out. Anyway, I'm gonna have to call stream here. I don't have a whole lot of time at night till pretty much after 4th of July. Then I have a lot more free time again. Yeah, actually no, just till the end of this weekend. Actually, no. So Tuesday stream will be fine. Yeah, I appreciate you all coming out. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good rest of your evening, afternoon, morning, or night. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. New video will be out soon. I just want to hit that word count that I want, and I'll go record it. And yeah, I appreciate you all for coming out, and thank you, and goodbye.